Hello YouTube, it is Mac98. Today I'm going to do a video. I actually did do this a few months ago before the iPhone 4 was out, and that is a iPad 2 predictions, and this is going to be like the last minute one because the iPad 2 is expected to come out in the next few weeks, and there's leaked cases, leaked pictures, a lot of leaked details about the next generation iPad. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to try to I'm going to put my predictions into the pot on what the iPad 2 is going to have. Before I do that, I just want to give a few announcements. My YouTube channel recently hit 21,000 views. Now this is amazing considering the fact that back in August I was only at 5,000 views. But then when I started making like iMovie trailers for non-existent Apple products, like future Apple products, you can see them on my page if you click Mac98 on the wherever you're watching this. And one of them got 5,000 views, another one got 1,000 views, and I think that really what jump-started my account, and that jump-start led to the me being allowed to upload videos more than 15 minutes long. Now I think that is really good for a channel that's only been up for about a year and a half. So, moving on to the iPad 2. What do I think is going to be in the iPad 2? First thing, I think there was going to be a front camera and a back camera for FaceTime. All the cases and now this mock-up that's on the screen right now have holes for the back camera. Now, I think that the back camera will be the same sensor as the iPhone 4, and the front sensor will be the same. Will be like a 0.3 megapixel front-facing camera that's on the iPhone 4 and also the iPod Touch, and I also think on the MacBook Air. So, as for cameras, I think that will work. Now, I think the back camera is going to be used for FaceTime. I know a bunch of people think, oh, you take a 10-inch thing out of your pocket and you take a picture with it. No, I think it's going to be mostly for the ability to do back FaceTime, and also there will be a separate camera application just so you can use it if you want to. It's like, I didn't have a camera up until recently when I got my iPod Touch, and I used my MacBook Pro for all of my pictures and stuff like that, so the iPad would be fine. Next thing, we're going to move on to the internals. I think we are going to see a upgrade in the Apple A4 chip. I think we were going to see a better graphics processor in it, and also either a dual-core A4 or A5, I'm not sure what it would be, based on the ARM Cortex A9, I think, and also a RAM bump for either 512 megabytes or a gigabyte. And now that I'm seeing competition, it might even be 2 gigabytes just to keep up with that Research in Motion playbook. I think that might be a possibility. Next thing would be the storage capacities. Now, right now they have 16, 32, and 64. I think they will either get rid of the 16, do 32, 64, 128, or what they'll do is they'll just keep the 16, 32, and 64. But we wouldn't really know because I don't know if they would price 32 gigabytes at $500. But I'm hoping so because I'm going to buy one of these, and I hope that I can get a 32 gigabyte for the $500. Next thing, design much like the iPod Touch 4. This is coming from all those case leaks. So I'm thinking it's going to be like a curved sides, but then it's going to lead to a flat back, like as I said before on the iPod Touch 4, the same thing. Another thing that's coming is going to be a bigger speaker. Now, as you can see in that picture that I have up right now, I don't think the speaker is going to be designed like that. I think it's going to be more Apple-like, or they would just seal it off. They wouldn't have any like grill for it. But from all those holes, it looks like there's going to be a grill for it, but I think the grill might be more Apple-like, not like that. Now I'm going to move down to this. These are all fake pictures. They were at CES 2011 at the iLounge booth. I think that they are going to, for the screen, they are not going to take its Retina display. But I think they will be introducing a higher resolution display for the iPad. I think it'll be like maybe 1.5 times more resolution, or maybe a little bit less or a little bit more. But you know, Apple surprised us with the pixel density on the iPhone 4 and the iPod Touch, so they could surely do that again with the iPad. But they need a better processor to make everything come out. So I think that rounds up about what the iPad 2 is going to be like. A lot of people... Oh, yeah, I actually forgot a few things. There's going to be, I think, a gyroscope. There was a chip in the iPad 1 for a gyroscope, but they never put it in. And I'm also hoping, this is more of a software thing, that they are going to put the some of the applications back in. Like, there's no clock application, which I use a lot on my iPod Touch. And there's also no, I think, any stock application or weather application. And I'd really like to see that come back in the second generation iPad. So that's about it. Summing up everything. Now, for the prices, I think it's going to stay the same, or it might go up a little bit, or it might go down a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a difference. And also, launch date. I think that they will be announcing it anywhere from late January, which is this month, to maybe mid-February. Now, Apple announced the iPad 1, the original one, January 27th. Now, I know it came out April 3rd, but I think they're going to go by launch date. Because what they do is they normally introduce the iPhone at CES. I mean, not CES, WWDC. And they normally don't wait until the iPhone is a year old. Like, I remember the iPhone original was released like June 17th. And then the iPhone 3G was the 11th. And then the 3GS was... I don't know what that one was, but I know the iPhone 4 was the 24th. They're probably going to mix around with the dates. I think it might come out that in February, or they might drop the iPad original sale price down a lot just to like remove the remaining inventory, and then they would sell the iPad 2 either a few weeks later or just then when they release it. So this has been a Mac 298 production. Goodbye.